Changes are in the works throughout Plymouth County, Iowa.
That's right, and if county leaders decide to make these changes, it could impact where turbines can and can't be located. We're going to send things over to KTIV's Irvin Doman for the latest.
In an effort of compromise, the Plymouth County Board of Supervisors unanimously voted to change the setback distance for wind turbines in the county. Under the proposed ordinance, the nearest a new wind turbine could be built to a residence would be 1,600 feet from its base.
The zoning board met, gave a recommendation to the Board of Supervisors, and we discussed that today and altered a little bit, but hopefully altered it in a manner that everybody is sort of happy.
The altered recommendation is as follows. Wind turbines must be located 3.5 times the distance from the top of the blade to the nearest residence. That can be wavered to 3 times the distance if the landowner would like to have a wind turbine on their land.
Part of this goes back to landowner rights. All of us farmers own the land. We need rules to have a good society, but we still have some rights. And as long as you can follow the rules that are established, you should be able to still get a windmill or reject a windmill if you don't want one.
The motion that county supervisors passed on Tuesday will now be fine-tuned with the help of the firm JEO Consulting. Once the ordinance is ready, it will be brought back to the county supervisors for a final vote. In Plymouth County, Iowa, Irvin Doman, KTIV News 4.
And the new recommendation includes a setback, which is farther than the setback in the existing ordinance. But the proposed setback distance isn't as far away as the distance included in that original recommendation made by Plymouth County Zoning Board. Now, tomorrow night on KTIV News 4, Irvin Doman will illustrate what the distances actually look like and how you could see the impact there for landowners. Well,